going to happen?
Who is he going to kill?
Who is he going to kill? Who is he going to kill, Donnie?
I can see it right now! These guys can't open up.
If the sky were to suddenly open up, there would be no law, there would be no rule. There would only be you and your memories, the choices you've made, and the people you've touched. If this world were to end, there would only be you and him and no one else.
King of the world!
A lot of criminals in the audience today. I wasn't expecting that much criminal vibes.
Hey, chill. I want what you want, brother.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot.
I just try to make that shit as base as possible. I just try to make it based. I try to bring the heat. That's all I try to do.
Next.
A lot of criminals in the audience today. I wasn't expecting that much criminal vibe.
Hey there, friends and family. This is Dan. I'm here at the Dan and Adam Are Afraid podcast. Thanks for joining me here on episode 94. It is Sunday, April the 5th of 2026. I'm joined here, as always, by my Cuban refugee co-host, Adam.
That's right, man. I'm Cuban. I'm not Italian. I'm not whatever the hell Robert Loggia is. No, this is a full Cuban cast today.
Robert Loggia. Yo. We're talking about a movie today. I guess we do have some pre-topics. They launched a fake rocket into space, Adam. You hear about this?
Oh, yeah. Another one of those trying to convince us that humans have been to the moon. Trying to convince us that space is...
They're not even going to the moon. They're just going around the moon.
Apparently they're going around it too, like further than the Apollo missions, which I didn't know. And I only found that out by all the pithy and hilarious tweets of being like, "Oh, no man has gone before, huh?" And then somebody jumping in the comments being like, "Well, actually, this is X number of miles out further."
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered?
So how do you feel about this, Adam? It sounds like you're pretty fired up about this topic.
Well, it just makes me. Have you ever noticed that all these moon landings, all these space missions, they're named after false gods? Artemis, Apollo. Yeah, it sounds real to me, buddy.
It wouldn't surprise me if this shit was fake, but I'm sure it's real. It just, I don't know. You hear the reports where they're like, their toilets didn't work. They couldn't log into their Outlook accounts. They had troubleshoot from space. Right now, they're just chilling in space. They're doing like a test run before they actually go to the moon, around the moon.
Yeah, that's what you think. They're just hovering above the earth somewhere. It is crazy. Like,
maybe.
I guess I'm like out of touch with a lot of news because I didn't even know this was a thing that was going to happen. But I mean, it makes sense.
I would argue you're probably pretty out of touch with the news. What do you do these days? Do you pay attention to the news? Are you on Twitter all day?
No. Sometimes I watch the local news.
Even if you are. Dude, that's the worst. If you watch the local news, you're just watching you're watching propaganda fucking central, Sinclair broadcasting shit.
Sinclair broadcast. This podcast brought to you by Sinclair Podcasting.
Anyway, Artemis 2 launch. I don't know how I feel about it. It seems like pretty pointless. Who cares? Who cares anymore?
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about is what's going. Yeah, I'm worried about a mission to the moon, a mission to Mars. That's where my concern is, and that I get real pumped up about this stuff.
I heard a lot of conspiracy theories that all these meteors that keep touching down and going, and people are like, there's meteors everywhere coming down. They're like, there's actually a secret war happening and with satellites being downed right now, and we don't know about it because they're trying not to panic the public. What do you think about that?
I mean, don't tell me because I'm going to panic. I also heard that there was a secret weapons testing on the moon, and that's where these meteorites are coming from.
I saw a video out of Kazakhstan last night, and it was just a giant fucking like starship in the sky. They're like, what the fuck is this? I was like, I don't know. I don't think that's real, but maybe.
Maybe it was Nicki Minaj filming her next video, and she's like, starships are meant to fly. That's a timely reference for everybody right there.
I'm finished with you. And what's more, I'm going to make sure everyone else is.
We watched They Will Kill You a week ago, Adam. You still have smoke for They Will Kill You?
They Will Kill You. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody...
Have you already forgotten the movie?
Everybody needs to go out and see this shit. It was on a Monday night, so I guess I'm not too surprised by this theater size of just me, my wife, and then another. It looked like a family in there. It looked like a mother, like a mom and a dad, and their 21-year-old fail son. And he was like, "Let's go see this movie." But the actual movie itself, yeah, no, I mean, I thought it was pretty awesome. You've seen it, right, Dan?
Yeah, I saw it like 2 weeks ago or something now. Last weekend.
Man, time really does slip by, doesn't it? I feel like I just saw
but I
this
like
movie.
go to the theater. I go to the theaters every week, every weekend. For Adam, this was like an experience. He's like, I haven't been in theaters in like 4 months.
Dan is all about bed bug research.
I'm in theater weekly. I saw, what did I see? I saw a group of movies I didn't give a shit about. I was like, man, this all sucks. I could check my letterbox. I definitely saw Ready or Not 2, which is the exact same movie as They Will Kill You. Those should not have come out back to back. What the fuck? Have you seen Ready or Not 1?
I have not seen that, no.
Okay.
So as far
as
me seeing this, it was like, look at this fresh movie, this fresh take on revenge violence.
You're like, this is the first time I've seen Satan, evil satanic corporations versus sisters. So I saw Undertone in early March, and Undertone sucked. Sorry. It was kind of like, some parts are decent, but it was bad. I don't know if we talked about Undertone at all, but like, it's about a podcaster. And there's like, the movie is based around them recording one episode of the podcast over the course of like 7 days. They just keep stopping every 5 minutes, like, hey, let's finish this tomorrow. And I was like, how do you release episodes every Friday? And so as a podcaster, some of that stuff was just like, what is this? This makes no sense. So I was a little disappointed by Undertone. It also wasn't that scary. And then saw, like I said, Ready or Not 2, Here I Come, which Ready or Not 1 was way better, even though Ready or Not 2 had David Cronenberg and Elijah Wood. And then I saw They Will Kill You. I don't know. I thought it was fine. I didn't give it a hard Adam. I don't think I'm going to rewatch this movie.
Yikes.
That's your defense. You're just like, oh, that was fun.
I mean, I thought it was very entertaining. Yeah. A lot of good action. Zazie Beetz is very, very sexy. That's enough to win me over right there.
Yeah, it was fun for sure. What was her name was in it from Lost Highway? Patricia Arquette. Yeah,
Patricia. I didn't realize
her
that was
accent
her
was
until
awful.
like halfway.
You didn't realize it was her?
It's like this old lady.
Get over here.
I didn't recognize Heather Graham until I looked it up at the end. I was like, who was that blonde
you got
woman?
face blindness, bro.
I was like, who? I'm watching Mission Impossible.
This is like every movie.
Who is this main guy? He's really interesting.
He's like, I don't even recognize this guy who clearly looks like Philip Seymour Hoffman's son. All right, well, they will kill you, folks. Check it out. I wanted to see Forbidden Fruit, but I didn't get to. Maybe I'll just check out the showtimes today. I saw The Drama. The Drama is amazing. Best movie of the year so far. Check it out, folks.
Yeah, is that a good? Would you recommend? Would my wife be able to watch that movie?
No, your wife's gonna hate it.
Oh yeah.
All women are gonna hate it because they're like, "Oh, this is a mirror."
Is this like a Blue Valentine situation where it's just awful?
I don't know. I just feel like we're living in an era where people want to watch Project Hail Mary and they want to go to the cinema and they want to be lied to and they want to feel good, right? Mm-hmm. This is a rupture film. This is a provocation film. So unless your wife wants to go and be provocated at the theater under a time of already intense duress, which I feel like is the reason why a lot of people don't want to watch this shit anymore. Why Bugonia was just like, oh, who gives a shit? Because people are just tired of it. People are tired of the pessimism. They're tired of the cynicism. So I would say no. Like unless you're a person that wants provocation in your cinema, you're not going to like it. My girlfriend's not going to like it. She hated Dream Scenario. She still talks about how she hates Dream Scenario.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying there. Yeah. Sometimes I can fall into that camp, and then I do see a movie that is like, I don't want to say cynical necessarily, but I guess that's the way to do it. And it's like for me that brings me back down to earth. I guess for some folks they get brought back down to earth with like, because they want that they want the warm and fuzzies.
It's like your grandma. She's like, I've seen enough horror in my life. I've seen enough uncut gems in my life.
That is literally my grandmother's reason for not wanting to watch the movies we'd put on. Yeah.
She would not be a fan of this podcast. Maybe just for you. I like listening to Adam's voice.
I like his voice. I just don't like the cussing. We would not cuss. If my grandma was alive listening to this podcast, there would be no cursing. I'd be trying to police that shit up. See, I just did it.
Let's try to not curse on this episode about Scarface. All right, let's run through our trailer reel real quick. We got some trailers. Like I said, monthly, I want Adam to watch trailers. He defied me this week, though, and he watched them himself. He's like, let me watch these on myself, big dog. I could do it on my own. Let's go through it. Let's start with Backrooms. Adam, what do you think about Backrooms?
I'm not super plugged into... Like, isn't Backroom? That's like a thing, like an internet meme, right? Like the Backrooms.
It started as a 4chan image, just an image of like, I think it was discovered that it was like a furniture warehouse, and it represents liminal horror. And then it kind of gets into analog horror because Kane Parsons came along and made a web series called Backrooms, which started with the original video of a guy getting... the concept is like a bunch of kids are like filming a video, like a homemade movie. And then the filmographer accidentally trips and falls back, and he falls into the back rooms somehow into like a portal or something.
Yeah.
The back rooms is this giant like pocket dimension. He just starts walking through. He gets chased by a monster. He dies. The camera falls through a hole, and then it falls through the sky, like you're falling out of a plane and hits the ground. And that's like the found footage element. This went on for 20 videos. He has a whole playlist of 20 videos outlining the lore, the history of all this. I just started watching a few. I was like, that's for the other podcast. I think we're going to do an analog horror mega mix, unless we want to do it here. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, Backrooms has history, and he's the youngest studio director of all time. Adam Kane Parsons turned 20 during the production of Backrooms.
Yeah, he looks like a little boy. Yeah, I mean this one, I watched all these trailers with my wife, and this one looked interesting to her. It looks interesting to me. I really like that. I don't know how to pronounce the main guy's name. Chiwetel?
Yeah, me either. He's respected, though. What's he from?
I mean, he's from a lot of... He was in... he was the 12-year-old slave in 12 Years a Slave.
Oh, that makes sense. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I saw him in 12 Years a Slave.
Is that movie not about a 12-year-old slave?
No.
Oh, well, he was also in Love Actually. I don't know if you've seen Love Actually, Dan, but...
No.
It's going to be a movie we have to do on this podcast.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that is a cracker movie. Yeah, no, mark me down for interested in this one.
Yeah, I'm really excited. This is my most anticipated movie of the year, I think. I just think it's like scary in a way that we could actually have a scary movie in theaters again, you know?
Yeah.
Speaking of scary movies, Adam, next one is Scary Movie. I think it's technically Scary Movie 6. What do you think about Scary Movie 6?
My pronouns are they, them. Like the fact that that's like the first like bit in the trailer, I was like, oh, so we see where this is going.
They're leaving no target on. I don't know what is it.
No,
they're not pulling any punches at him.
I don't know what to say. I was very disappointed. I saw this trailer in the theater when I saw They Will Kill You, and I was just like, so I think I audibly groaned after the trailer was over.
Wait, did you watch the trailer online or no?
I saw an online trailer.
Oh, okay, because it's censored in the theater.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, you don't get the bit at the end where they hand the little girl the fucking hand or whatever, the fucking blown up hand or cut off hand. She's like, "What the fuck?"
Okay, yeah. Man, I don't know. Like, it sucks because I love Scary Movie 1, 2, and 3. Hell, I even love Scary Movie 4. Like, there's some, like, that's the one where they do the bit. Have you seen all of them, or?
I was talking to Jason, I was talking to the Honorable Mr. Jason last night about these movies, and he was defending 4 too. I my position has always been 1, 2, and 3 are like great. I like 5. I haven't watched it. I just like that Mac Miller's in it.
Yeah, he's in the beginning. You could just watch the beginning and see him.
My position is that it's a return to form, right? The original Scary Movie 1 and 2 were like black comedies written by black writers, and that's kind of what this is a bit of a return to. So I'm curious and like optimistic on that angle. I don't know, man. Trans people can be made fun of too.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think
they're doing it as like nasty right wing people or anything, and that's I guess my point.
Well, I mean that's fine. You can. I mean, I think it's part of it. We'll wait to see when it comes out.
How much Cum Town did we listen to?
We'll wait to see when it comes out, but like, I don't know. It just seemed cheesy. It didn't seem. I'm not offended. I'm not like, oh, how dare they? I was just like,
all these people are like in their 50s.
Right. It just seems like something an old person would put in their movie. And
well, I pointed out the lineage of this movie is like haunted house. A haunted house. That movie. A lot of the similar people are involved with this one.
But see, that's just haunted house. That's not the one with Eddie Murphy, is it? No, that's the haunted house.
This is the one with one of the Wayans. What's his name?
Oh,
Marlon, not Marlon. It's the other one, right?
Well, no, it's
Maybe
Marlon
not.
Wayans.
Yeah, he's the skinnier one.
Yeah, he's not the gay one. He's not the gay one. Which,
well, we watched famously. We watched was it the Adam Sandler comedy on this show with the other Wayans? There's like so many of them.
We watched an Adam Sandler comedy on this show. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, years ago, buddy. We watched Best Friends. It was like road trip movies. It was like Best Friends and I don't remember what the other movie is called. This is your pick, buddy.
Hey, guess what, buddy? I got memory loss, so.
I don't remember what it is. Check it out, folks. All right, next one. Faces of Death. We just watched this one live on the show. Faces of Death trailer 2. We just covered Faces of Death. You should be expecting, folks, new episode of The Haunted Frame coming out soon about Faces of Death. But I got mogged by vinegar syndrome and the entire world before it came out. And everyone's talking about Passion of the Christ too this week, so fuck.
Everyone's talking about it.
The many faces of death.
Faces of Death. Yeah, go listen. Yeah, listen to the other show. Find out more about the original Faces of Death. I saw like not all of it, and I was like I was young watching through shielded eyes, but I'd seen like one of the original Faces of Death. I don't know. I mean, like you said, I do like horror coming back in the theaters big time like this, and I don't know. That shit looked good. It looks scary. A good way to scare me is just have something that's like, this is a real person. Like, this is somebody, like that one scene in the trailer where like the guy's head is in the middle of the table. and everyone's got hammers. That was enough. That was enough for me to be like, yikes. But I would check it out.
Concept here is that Charlie XCX plays a content moderator along with Barbie something. She's from I think she's from a Euphoria. But she plays content moderators, and they're on a popular web forum or social media platform, and they got to review videos for their content. And that's how the Faces of Death killer becomes involved. I have no idea, but I am seated. It comes out in 5 days, Adam. I'm excited.
You hear that? Dan has been seated.
And that's hopefully you'll be hearing our Faces of Death episode either on the 10th or before the 10th. Pray for me, folks.
The many faces of death.
Next one, The End of Oak Street. Adam, this is the new movie by director of It Follows and Under the Silver Lake. David Robert Mitchell, I think is his name. 3 first names.
Hopefully it's not a 3 first name movie, if you know what I mean. Looks cool.
The many faces of death.
I love Anne Hathaway. She's in another new movie coming out. I need to shoot you that trailer if you haven't seen it. But
no, I almost added it, but I didn't want to overwhelm us because I thought we were going to watch this shit before. I would have added Mother Mary otherwise. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just talk about what you see in the trailer. I mean, like this neighborhood being ripped out of time, thrown back in a prehistoric era. As I said in the Discord, ARK players rise up. As you know, Dan, I'm a big fan of the wild card game ARK. I love dinosaurs. I got a lot of dinosaur stuff for my little kiddo coming along. I love dinosaurs. Put me in this fucking front row, middle of the theater for this movie. What
are you expecting from it? This is from the Weird director, right? No one expected this. We all thought he was just going to do They Follow next. This came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's also, producers, you got J.J. Abrams in the mix too, so.
Yeah, is this a Secret Cloverfield movie, Adam? Some people are hypothesizing.
Kind of feels like it could be.
I just started playing Dino Crisis, which is like the Resident Evil dino game. Like it's like, Resident Evil, but with dinosaurs instead. It's fucking hard as shit. So I like dinosaurs too. I'm all in for this. I'll see it in theaters. Yeah, hell yeah. Excited to get more movies from our boy. Under the Silver Lake was awesome. So is It Follows.
Yeah.
Next one. Our hero, Balthazar. We just watched this trailer. I was a little distracted trying to get set up still while we were watching it, but it appears to be about a young boy meeting another young boy online and then trying to hang out with them so he doesn't do a school shooting or a mass shooting.
I think the surprising thing for me is this movie co-stars Asa Butterfield, and I don't know if you ever watched Sex Education, that TV show, but I don't know.
No.
He's such a charming, in that show, he's just such a charming, nerdy little boy, and to see him looking all like, who does he look like in this Sam Nazi? I don't know the guy's name, but.
Oh, he's from other stuff too. He's in Hugo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Martin Scorsese's movie.
Also got Jaden Martell. He's like a little boy. He's just such a little boy actor. He was in It, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Knives Out. So, I mean, yeah, movie looks cool. Looks, ripped from the headlines, as it were. I love, I'm always leery or when a movie has such a big social media part of its story, but so we'll see how this is. I want to see it though. It looks interesting.
A wealthy teenager tries to gain his crush's attention by posting videos pleading for stricter gun laws. As online trolls begin mocking his videos, he becomes convinced the troll is a mass shooter and travels to Texas to confront him. Next one. Over Your Dead Body. This one struck me as an Adam movie. Do you know why?
Because it has Jason Segel in it?
Yeah. That's it.
And this one is out in theaters already, isn't it?
I think it's about to come out. It comes out on April 24th, end of this month.
It's so weird. You can already buy tickets to go see it. Yeah, I mean, Dan is
right. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I mean, you could buy tickets to see it on April 23rd. Already though, I'm just saying
It's an event now, Adam. It costs like $50 to see a movie now. It's an event. It's like purchasing concert tickets.
That was too much when I went on Monday. And Dan's over here like, I can't believe Adam doesn't go to the movies every week. Yeah, Dan, I'm just made of money.
Buddy, I got free tickets to the A24 drama screening, and I was like, hell yeah, free ticket. I go, and I get one drink and one thing of Bunch of Crunch. How much was that?
$20.
$16, but still, I was shocked. I was like, holy shit. I guess the drink was a little big. I can get a smaller drink next time, but yeah, fuck.
Yeah, over your dead body. It looks, I love it when you have like action and comedy and thriller all coming together. And yeah, I mean, you got my boy Jason Segel in there. You got some Timothy Oliphant. I recognize Juliette Lewis from the trailer. I feel bad. I feel like a loser. I don't know who Samara Weaving is. I know she's in the Ready or Not movies, but other than that, I don't think.
She was in Bill and Ted. She's one of the daughters.
That memorable movie, Bill and Ted.
Yeah, remember when you picked that? So the premise on this one, real quick: a couple tries to reconnect while on vacation, only to find out they have plans to kill each other. And this one's directed by Jorma Taccone. You know who Jorma Taccone is, right, Adam?
Do I know who Jorma Taccone is? Yeah, I do actually. He's the guy who was involved. Yeah, he's the hot rod guy. The guy's very funny.
He's one of the hot rod guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the third of The Lonely Island, which made up my SNL experience. I realized recently that the only reason SNL was popular during my youth was because of The Lonely Island. Like Dear Sister video, all their music skits. Shout out. But I don't know, worth mentioning, maybe worth checking out. Samara Weaving is great. She's awesome. Best part of those Ready or Not movies, other than Catherine Newton, who I also like a lot. Who's like a fucking pro golfer. I learned. Fucking weird. All right, next one. We got Obsession. What do you think about Obsession, Adam?
That is one of those trailers. I saw this trailer some time ago, and I'm just noticing now that I don't know who Curry Barker plays in this movie. I don't think he's the main guy, but he is like. So this movie has there's these two guys that I love on TikTok, and yeah, it's called That's a Bad Idea, and that's funny that they're in this movie, but about the movie itself. Yeah, very I mean, this one looks fucking creepy, right? I love the concept when you get someone, the wish master of it all, where you can make wishes and your wishes come true, but it's like not what you were expecting. You're getting more,
this one already
more
than
you wish for.
This one's a 2025 movie. Already played at some festivals. I like the premise because it flips things on its head, right? Guy makes one wish to win a woman's. He's like, I wish she had a crush on me. And he gets exactly what he wants. And she's like, I want nothing but you. And it becomes like a horror movie. I thought this was like a Clive Barker movie. I was like, is she related to like Clive Barker? And no. And also I believe Curry Barker is a man.
Yeah.
It's a man, baby. So it kind of reminds you of, because he's like internet sketch guy. It kind of reminds you of Talk to Me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those guys. Wacky Australian TikTokers.
Yeah. And since we do like these details on this podcast, the movie has a budget of $1 million.
Perfect. That's all you need for a horror film. Give me $250,000. I'll make a movie on that. Shout out. Reach out to me. All right. That's it. That's our trailers, folks. There's one thing I wanted to mention briefly. Did you read that bit about 42.6 years that I posted?
No. Where'd you post
I posted Adam movie, and it says Annette Bening to star in rom-com 42.6 years alongside Andy Samberg. It follows Ben, who after an experimental procedure leaves him cryogenically frozen for 42.6 years, sets out to reconnect with his ex-girlfriend, who has lived a full lifetime without him.
Okay, so I guess I did check that out. Yeah. That looks cute, right?
I was like, Adam movie immediately. Do you know why?
Adam loves Andy Samberg.
Yeah, is that Andy Samberg?
He just has such a nice face.
Check out the Palm Springs episode, folks.
Read.
We watched a movie, didn't we, Adam? Did we watch a movie? Isn't that right, buddy?
Hey, chill.
That's right, Dan. We watched 1983's Scarface.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Okay, so what do you call yourself? Huh? ¿Cómo se llama?
Antonio Montana. And you? What you call yourself?
Where'd you learn to speak the English, Tony?
In a school. And my father, he was from the United States. Yeah, just like you know. He was a Yankee. He used to take me a lot to the movies, you know. I learned. I watched the guys like Humphrey Bogart, James Cagney. They teach me to talk. I like those guys. I always know one day I'm coming here, United States.
1980, Miami. They called it Little Havana, where the American dream had a price tag, and only one man in a million was hungry enough to pay.
This country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman.
Scarface. For one brief moment, the world was his.
A chick he's with. She like me.
You must be kidding.
What you talking about? That's a Cadillac.
How do you know?
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Man, that's the boss's lady, okay?
I am the boss. That guy's soft.
I like you, Tony. There is no lying in you.
Here's to the land of opportunity.
We do business together a long time.
I know the street. And I'm making all the right connections.
Remember I told you when you started, the guys who last in this business are the guys who fly straight.
With the right woman, there's no stopping me. I could go right to the top.
The word on the street, Tony, is you're not a small-time punk anymore. Supreme Court says that your privacy can be invaded.
You shoot the house this month?
You're spending a lot of money on this counter surveillance.
We're doing 10 million, 15 million a month. Come on. Now that's serious money, you know? Your bank boys gotta come down a bit.
Who else can you trust? That's why you pay us what you do. You trust us. You're in good hands with us.
Al Pacino is Scarface. He loved the American dream with a vengeance. Al Pacino, Scarface.
Hot damn, what a great trailer. That's right, folks. We watched Scarface from 1983. It's an American crime drama film directed by Brian De Palma, written by Oliver Stone. We'll get into all those details shortly. Adam, go ahead and read me the IMDb plot description for Scarface.
In the 1980s, a determined criminal-minded Cuban immigrant becomes the biggest drug smuggler in Miami and is eventually undone by his own drug addiction.
He was Tony Montana. The world will remember him by another name, Scarface.
The world is yours.
He wanted to live the American dream until the end.
He loved the American dream with a vengeance.
This was directed by Brian De Palma, as we mentioned. He has 29 feature-length films under his belt, Adam. 29. Holy shit. Did you realize? Did you realize he directed that many fucking movies? That's fucking crazy.
No, I honestly didn't. And like, it's funny going through his list of movies. I'm like, damn, yeah, there's a lot of these that I've heard of that I just haven't seen.
Well, I always think about like Quentin Tarantino, right? And he's like, oh, I'm only going to do 10 movies and I'm out. Like, this guy made 30 movies.
And is he still going? I mean, as late as 2019, he had Domino.
I don't know if he's still going, but, you know, he made a lot. So I want to run through these as we do with first-time directors we talked about in the show. Technically, this hasn't gotten the Dan and Adam treatment. We got Murder a la Mode, 1968. Never heard of it. Greetings, 1968. The Wedding Party, 1969. Hi Mom, 1970. I want to say those three right there have Robert De Niro in them. Early Robert De Niro movies. Isn't that weird? He worked because I saw the box set at Arrow Video box set one time or something at a store, and I was like, that's got to be Martin Scorsese, right? And it was Brian De Palma, and I was like, that's shocking. So he was working with all kinds of people back then. Get to Know Your Rabbit from 1972. Sisters from 1972. This is one we need to cover on the podcast, Adam, for sure. You seen Sisters? You aware of it?
I'm not aware of it, Dan.
This is a Criterion Collection staple. It stars, I think it's Margot Kidder. Ooh, I hope I'm right. But I can't even make reference. I can't be like, it's like Possession, Adam. You haven't seen Possession yet. We'll get to it. Phantom of the Paradise, 1974. This is actually his weird rock opera. Like it's a musical about like a villain character with like a whole getup. You heard about this one or no?
No, most of these, I haven't heard of this one.
Well, that's definitely on the list as well. So get prepared for Phantom of the Paradise, folks. Cut in the trailer now.
20th Century Fox presents Phantom of the Paradise, a gothic horror story.
What was that? Our love.
A beautiful love story.
Love, baby. Like a circus.
A cinematic odyssey through the rock universe. From Greece to glitter.
Wow!
And beyond. The story of a sound, the man who created it, the girl who sang it, the monster who stole it, and the phantom who haunts the paradise, the ultimate rock palace. Phantom of the Paradise.
My music is for Phoenix. Only she can sing it. Anyone else that tries dies.
Phoenix.
Well, you told me one time that you'd be somebody, that you weren't working just to survive.
B.
Snow! Whoa, whoa, wow! Man, you better get yourself a castrato for this.
Paul Williams as Swan.
And the angels that defeated them.
I want you to stop terrorizing the paradise and rewrite your cantata.
And the Phantom.
Stop and try me, only you might satisfy me,
Phantom of the Paradise.
There really is a phantom.
Then we got Obsession, 1976. I'm interested in this one because I'm like, damn, this is a really great time for De Palma. He's about to make Carrie. I need to check out Obsession. Then we got The Fury, another movie I need to check out. It's about like psychic powers or some shit, just like Carrie. You got Home Movies, 1979. Dressed to Kill, 1980. Do you know anything about Dressed to Kill, Adam?
No. I was looking at it being like,
This one's about-
do I know?
Say My Cocaine.
My Cocaine.
Sounds like you're saying Michael Caine. This one stars Michael Caine as a cross-dressing serial killer. Spoilers.
Right on.
And then we got Blowout in 1981. This one starred John Travolta. This is one of his biggest movies ever. I haven't seen it yet, but huge, as Nancy Allen in it. We're definitely on the list, but haven't seen it. 1981. I assume you haven't seen Blowout.
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow. He's later in Raising Cain. We'll get to it, but that's where this movie falls, folks. He did Blowout. He did Carrie, Dressed to Kill, Blowout, Phantom of the Paradise Sisters. 1983. He's doing Scarface. So a note I have down here is I would say, you know, by the time he directed Scarface, he already had at least 5 classics under his belt, and arguably his best work. And then out of the gate, he has Scarface in 1983, a movie I had never seen prior to this week, prior to yesterday. We'll get into it, folks. Next one is Body Double, 1984. This is... Scarface makes it hard, but I would say Body Double is my favorite Brian De Palma movie. You've seen Body Double, Adam.
Is that the one with the big giant drill in it later on? Yeah.
Yep, the big drill, the guy obsessed with the woman, a lot of the framing of the buildings as they're walking. He follows her around like a shopping mall. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's just a really weak, ineffectual main character. I love Body Double, man. Yeah, we'll release that episode. I'll get that up maybe alongside this one. We'll see. We got Wise Guys, 1986. Never seen it. The Untouchables, 1987. Yeah. Casualties of War, 1989. So this is where Adam probably starts knowing what movies are.
Yeah, I'm like The Untouchables.
I haven't seen The Untouchables. This is where I have no clue. The Honorable Mr. Jason was talking really highly of Carlito's Way. We'll talk about in a moment. Bonfire to the Vanities, 1990. Raising Cain, 1992. I love the title of Bonfires of the Vanity. A great title. I think Panda Bear made a song with that title. Raising Cain, 1992, has John Lithgow. Has to be on the podcast someday. Shut up, cunt. Carlito's Way, 1993. This one is also an Al Pacino movie from 93. Haven't seen it. Have you seen Carlito's Way?
No. Heard of it. It's definitely one of those movies that's like the trailer is seared into my mind.
And right, by this time you think he's done. Brian De Palma's done. He can't pull out another victory. Next movie, Mission Impossible from 1996.
Yeah, fucking
This is the movie I knew him from, right?
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it. We need to watch Mission Impossible on here someday. I would love to watch it. I have such weird, like when you watch a movie when you're a kid and that's all you have in your brain right now, because you're like weird faded memories from 20 plus years ago. That's my memories of Mission Impossible. So it's just a surreal mashup in my head. And I'm really, really intrigued to see what it actually is. All right, next one, Snake Eyes. This one I believe has Nicolas Cage, 1998. Haven't seen it. Seems like something Tyler would love. Our brother Tyler, Warboy.
I do think that's one of the, I know I've seen it. Like, I think we watched this as a family.
Oh, this is a family night movie. Okay. Along with the most recent Mel Gibson. It's like, we're watching this and also Dragged Across Concrete. All right. I don't know if that's Mel Gibson. All right. Mission to Mars, 2000. Femme Fatale, 2002. The Black Dahlia, 2006. I think I have seen this one. Don't remember it. I think it has Scarlett Johansson. I don't know. Has someone. Redacted, 2007. Passion, 2012. And Domino, 2019. All right. That's Brian De Palma. Let us know if you want us to cover any of those movies. Just reach out in the comments. We need to do a comment section later. We'll get into it. All right. The Good. Adam, go ahead and read me some of the good on here.
He directed 2 of the greatest movies of all time, Carrie and Body Double. De Palma has an auteur total vision with a European flair. By the time he directed Scarface, he already had at least 5 classics under his belt, arguably his best work. Perfect mixture of De Palma Baroque violence, Oliver Stone's coked-out political rage, and Giorgio Moroder's synth cathedral score. Al Pacino gives one of the most unhinged performances ever put on film, entering his screaming demigod era. It's secretly a satire. People treat it like a gangster epic, but De Palma is making fun of the American dream. The excess, the greed, the delusion. It's a cartoon drawn in blood. The world is yours.
The world is yours. It's a dumb note, but Universal did fly that blimp over Miami. And I heard when I was watching YouTube videos, and at this point, I'm going to be honest with you folks. I think people who are making these videos on YouTube that are like 18 things you didn't catch on Scarface, I think they're using AI now, and I think they're listening to AI hallucinations because I don't think they're giving complete facts anymore. I think we're entering a very weird era. Point is, did you see the blimp multiple times in the movie, or did you just see it post Loggia death? Spoilers.
I only remember it post Loggia death, but yeah, maybe I need to rewatch Scarface.
I heard it's supposed to be in the sky at random points in the movie that you're supposed to notice or maybe pick up subconsciously, but it's not like center stage. I need to rewatch this movie. We'll get into it. Holy shit. The bad. Let's get into the bad, folks, about Scarface. Critics hated this movie. It was panned as vulgar and excessive. It was nominated for Worst Director and Worst Actor at that year's Razzies. The MPAA nearly killed the movie. They gave it an X rating initially, 3 times, forcing De Palma to recut it repeatedly. He eventually tricked them by submitting the same cut again and pretending it was different. Classic grindhouse move. So I heard I watched a 35th anniversary. I think it's on the 4K. Kind of like what do you call it? Interview. What do they call that?
Panel?
Fuck, whatever. They do the interview on stage, yeah, like panel. And he was talking about how in the original Scar, because we should mention this is a remake, I think, of a 1932 movie by Howard Hawks.
Yeah.
Written by Howard Hughes. Haven't seen that movie. I mean, I would love to. But Al Pacino, Dunkachino himself was kind of like the creative leading force behind this. So he saw like the original Scarface, and he was like, "Damn, this performance is great. This is a cap, yo." And so he really loved it. But there's like an anecdote where in the movie, in that original one, a big X appears on the screen when there are characters who die. And he was like, bringing up the X rating, and that's how he connected it in the content of the interview. And I was like, that's so pro. That's such a pro move. What the fuck? But I was also like thinking, I was like, damn, that would have been a really cool like stylistic flourish to have used De Palma to have used in this movie, right?
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
But yeah, and then Pacino injured himself really badly on the thing. At one point, he tells a story, but it was during the end scene at the mansion finale. I guess he grabbed the gun barrel after he'd been firing it a bunch on accident, and he just burned his hand. He said he went to grab it, and his hand stuck.
Oh shit!
He's like, "Fuck!" And so he was out of commission for like 2 weeks or something. And De Palma, he looks over at De Palma during the interview, and he's like, "You remember this?" De Palma's like, "Yeah, I remember that, dude. You almost fucked up my." Now he doesn't say it, but you almost fucked up my production, dude, for like 2 weeks. And apparently,
Brian.
De Palma just was like. He's like, what did we do during that time period? We just did the reaction shots. That's why there's so many reactions of the people shooting up at Al Pacino. Is just because they had 2 weeks to just shoot that shit. They couldn't do anything else.
Yeah. Brian, I burned my hand on this gun.
The film's on-screen cocaine is baby powder. I think I also read it was milk powder. I'm really not sure what the truth is. It might be a mixture. But Pacino inhaled so much of this fake coke that he had to be hospitalized for sinus issues, and they had to stop production a few times just because it was so bad. His nose would just start bleeding in between takes.
They should have just used that.
They were like, I think the production was like, yeah, we were surprised. Like it was kind of like last week when we talked about when they crucified Jim Caviezel. They're like, oh, we were surprised when we crucified Jim Caviezel that it was like he was crucified in real life. He just turned blue. It was like in this movie, like we were surprised he did so much fake coke that it like hurt him. We didn't think it would be so bad.
Yeah.
And then last for Scarface, this movie is really fucking long, Adam. We'll get into it. It's really fucking long. It's a lifestyle. It's commitment. It's cocaine opera that refuses to end.
Okay, I'll play with you. You want to clear up? Say hello to my little friend.
Adam, go ahead and read me. Who did the screenplay?
Screenplay by none other than Oliver Stone. Oliver Stone, you of course will know from, and I just want to make sure I have an accurate list of what he's done. I mean, we have, what is this man made that isn't awesome? Platoon, JFK, Natural Born Killers. Born on the 4th of July.
The
Apparently
Doors.
he made Snowden.
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah.
Oliver Stone also has the, what is it? Oliver Stone's unofficial history of the United States or some shit like that.
Yeah. He also interviewed Putin. We love Oliver Stone. He's seen as too soft on Putin, too soft on Castro. That's why when you watch this movie and you have Tony Montana being like, fuck Castro, piece of shit, he has a small dick, communism sucks. It's written from a satirical lens, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I started chuckling every time he'd start mentioning it.
He also wrote. We keep bringing this movie keeps coming up. We need to fucking watch it at some point. But he wrote or was one of the co-writers of 8 Million Ways to Die, the movie with Roseanne Arquette, Jeff Bridges, directed by Hal Ashby, his final project. So yeah, we love Oliver Stone. What can you say? What can you say about Oliver Stone? He's great.
Mr. Sosa.
Yes? Speak to me.
The job is done. Montana is gone. Everything is destroyed. Nothing left. The policia have taken over the mansion, but there's nothing left. Nothing for him to come back to. His empire is destroyed.
Next one is John A. Alonzo. He was the cinematographer, and what can you say about the cinematographer? What can you say? How do you pull him up on Letterboxd? Is my first thought. All right, he did Chinatown.
Good movie.
It's a Roman Polanski movie.
He did Harold and Maude.
We're gonna do canceled month, folks.
Yeah. He also did Harold and Maude, which is the beautiful looking movie.
Yeah, Cool World. Cool World is an interesting one we could do. Overboard, classic. Norma Ray. That's always been on my list. It's about a woman working in a factory in 1979.
He did Meteor
Clifford?
Man.
Meteor Man.
Like one of your early black superhero films.
Really? Okay. He's been involved in a lot of cool stuff. Check it out, folks. This movie looks great. It's an understatement. Next one. Adam, read me who did the editing.
Edited by Jerry Greenberg and David Ray.
Well, Gerald Greenberg helped out with Apocalypse Now, American History X, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, The Untouchables, The French Connection, Kramer vs. Kramer, Dressed to Kill, Body Double, Inspector Gadget. And then you got the other dude, David Ray. David Ray helped out with Uptown Girls. We love Uptown Girls. Shout out Slater. New album out. It's great. Bonfire of Vanities, Bronx Tale. Not as much as the other guy, but very respectable. Good editing in this movie, too. Holy shit.
Shit. Oh, shit, Manny, I need you, hermano. You asshole, Antonio. You're an asshole, you know why? You don't listen, pendejo. Not even to yourself. You fucked up. You fucked up good because you caused this everything. What happened? What the fuck happened? Oh, Antonio, man. Why didn't you fucking listen? Hey, Sosa! You thought you could take me? No! No one takes Tony Montana down by me! You hear me, Sosa, you cocksucker? No one but me. You did me a favor, you shit. Got rid of my baggage. Made me lean like before. Okay, what you gotta do to make it right? To get everything back. Sosa! That prick gotta die! Gonna bring out a war against that fuck! Anybody who tried to work with him, fuck them all!
This next one's crazy to me. I didn't realize it until I started taking the notes on it. Music composed by Giorgio fucking Moroder.
Ooh.
My name is Giorgio, but all my friends call me. I don't know.
Giorgio.
I don't know. I don't know what it was. But yeah, fucking so great. I love Giorgio Moroder. Holy shit. This soundtrack hit me like a ton of bricks. I went over to, like I said, the Honorable Mr. Jason's house to watch this, and he has like a Dolby Atmos set up, so when the helicopters come, you can like hear it fucking right on top of you.
Damn.
And I was like, holy shit. This is the best way to watch this. And Giorgio Moroder's score is just so good. Well, I guess we can talk about it now. What do you think about the score, Adam? What do you think about the whole thing?
I mean,
you notice it?
Yeah, like, you know, you're watching this movie at the beginning and like the trailer or like the credits are just going by and you just see Giorgio Moroder on there and it's kind of a what the fuck moment. This is also the first time I've seen this movie, and I'd seen like bits and pieces of it. I remember being confused as a kid because like all I knew is this was a gangster movie, and then you have like this like luscious, beautiful disco score coming through so many times. I mean, it was great. I really love like the when they're all getting successful and there's that montage.
Push it to the limit.
Now, since we're talking about the score here, did you happen to watch that Immortal Technique music video I sent you?
No, fuck. I meant to start our show with it, but I was busy. No, I didn't watch it. I need to watch it. What's cool about the video, Adam? Explain that to our audience.
So they actually use I should have looked more into this. You know, so the scene where Tony is, I think he's first down in Colombia, and like the camera's like panning out from like the jungle and moving onto the house where Tony is meeting what's the guy's name? Like the
Souza?
Yeah, he's meeting with Souza. And it's like that ding 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 song playing, and yeah, Bolivia by Giorgio Moroder. And that's the sample all throughout the Immortal Technique song is just directly from Scarface.
Oh.
And like, yeah,
it just sounds awesome. He's just sampling Giorgio Moroder.
Mm-hmm. And even at the very beginning of the movie, like, or of the music video, they sample that bit from that dialogue from Scarface, where the guy's like, we're hearing Pacino and Souza, or Tony and Souza, are watching the like that news piece about the about all the drug trafficking that goes on, and it's like, yeah, that's just like the intro of the song. It's tight. You got to listen to it. It's a good song. The music video is pretty.
Check it out. I wish I could play it at the end of the show, folks. I would say Giorgio Moroder, we could really just add all his movies to the list. Just anything he worked on movie wise. What did he work on? Well, he worked on Never Ending Story. Remember that score, Adam?
Yeah. Yeah. The
I don't think we even mentioned it. He did Midnight Express. He did Flashdance, Cat People, American Gigolo, Over the Top, the awesome Sylvester Stallone arm wrestling epic, Electric Dreams, Foxes, DC Cab, Let It Ride. I'll add all these to the list, folks. Dan, add these to the list. Who's next, Adam?
Yeah, produced by, you guys all know this guy. I don't even have to say his name, but I will. Martin Bergman. No, Bregman.
Martin Bregman.
Hey, my name's
He also
Martin
did Dog Day Afternoon. Dog Day Afternoon. Carlito's Way. Serpico. You seen Serpico, Adam?
I have not seen Serpico. You want to mess with Serpico?
I'm Serpico.
That's all I know from Serpico.
The Bone Collector. Nothing to Lose. Sea of Love. The Shadow.
Matilda.
Pluto Nash. Did he do Matilda?
Yeah. He was executive producer on that.
Damn. Matilda's great. I love Matilda. It's not on this list, though.
Oh, and he did the... did you already say the sequel to Carlito's Way?
No, is there a sequel to Carlito's Way? What's it called?
Apparently, Carlito's Way, Rise to Power. It's a prequel.
Oh, no. That's a producer movie right there. He's like, let's try to make more money off this.
Well, yeah, it's written and directed by Michael Bregman.
Oh, there you go.
Who is... Wait.
Check him out, folks.
No, we're talking about Martin Bregman.
Yeah.
Is Michael Bregman his
Who the
brother?
fuck are you talking about? Well, there's 2 Bregmans?
Oh, no. Now there are 2 of them.
Oh, my God. No. We're talking about David Dreyfuss, who did additional directing. He also did Wise Guys from 1986.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to jump in here real quick. Michael Bregman is the son of late renowned filmmaker Martin Bregman.
Wait, did Michael Bregman do the Matilda then?
No.
Well, check them out, folks. Check out the Bregman family. Check out the Bregman on these guys.
Hey, look at the Bregman on these guys. I didn't know Danny DeVito directed Matilda.
Yeah. That's why he's in it. Production companies. Universal Pictures, Adam. Do you know who Universal fucking Pictures is? You got any fucking clue, buddy?
Dude, I've been on their lot. I've walked around their lot in Hollywood.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, you can go. Yeah, almost all these.
Universal Studios. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what could be said about Universal Studios other than you've probably seen one of their movies?
Wait, did they do Psycho?
Rink. I think so, because like when you're at Universal Studios,
I think I went to Universal Studios. Yeah.
I mean, they did the Jurassic Park movies. We got E.T.
I did the Jurassic Park ride back when I was a kid. I don't know if you remember that or ever did it, but the T-Rex would pop out at you.
Right before you did your little...
You drop. Yeah.
In fact, it was raining so much when I went to Universal Studios that I was already soaking wet when I went on the ride. Then I got more wet. So after that, what did we do? We went to the backdraft ride and got completely dried off.
Is that a fire? What's a backdraft? What is backdraft?
You've never seen? Oh, it's so it's like a 90s movie about firefighters and arsonists.
Okay.
And like the movie itself had so many like fire related stunts that they had like a whole setup for it at Universal Studios.
And it dried you off? You're like, oh, we're all dry now. It's like going to the dryer.
It did, yeah. I even turned around at one point, so it dried my butt. That's right. We talk about butts on here, folks.
Universal, Inglourious Bastards, Wicked, Oppenheimer, Back to the Future, Nope, Us, Breakfast Club, Gladiator, Jurassic Park, Jaws, The Thing. A million movies. Check them out, folks. E.T. This is also distributed by Universal Pictures. We already talked about enough Martin Bregman, man. No more Martin Bregman productions talk. Unless you got any interesting trivia.
No, he looks like an old producer.
This was shot on 35mm film with Panavision Panaflex, Panavision C-Series lenses for the regular scenes, and also a standard definition Panavision Panacam 2 for the surveillance footage we see, which is pretty cool. Actual video footage from the 80s. It was mastered via photochemical intermediate, so there's some crazy guy cutting all this together, doing a lot of work. Shout out to that guy, the editors. Struck to 35mm film prints for theatrical distribution. Obviously, if you saw this, you saw it on 35 to 70mm, probably not 70mm, but 35mm. Shooting dates. This was shot between when, Adam?
Between November 22nd, 1982 and May 3rd of 1983, over 5 months, 165 days.
May 6th, 1983, over 5 months. That is crazy. Adam, is that the longest we've talked about?
Is it?
Well, I listed a bunch of movies right under there, just giving you an idea how many days these things took. So this was over 5 months. That's a lot. I think that's the longest we've talked about. 165 days. Godfather took about 62 days. Godfather 2 took about 104 days. Taxi Driver, 45 days. Apocalypse Now, 238 days. So not as long as Apocalypse Now, but I think Apocalypse Now has an entire documentary just about how fucked up the production was. Then you got Being There, a movie we've talked about. That took about 45 days. Blade Runner took 125. So this, is on scale with Blade Runner, a little bit more than Blade Runner. That's funny, which makes sense, I guess. After Hours only took 40. Martin Scorsese was noted as being like, I want this to be a quick production. I need to know how to make movies quicker now. Heat was 107 days. Bully, movie we've talked about, 35 days. Donnie Darko, 28 days. Dark Knight, about 129 days. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, more recent movie, 125 days. It's Midsummer, 45 to 50. Beau's Afraid, 60 to 70. So even something as big as Beau is Afraid, only 60 to 70 days. This thing took 165 days. That's a long time, man, to be shooting. That's a lot of people to be paying for that entire time. Especially when one of the stars burns his hand and is like, sorry, I'm out for 2 weeks, folks. You got to pay everybody. All right. Filming locations, Adam. I actually have some more notes on this, but go ahead and read me where this was shot at.
This was primarily filmed in Los Angeles, California, and Miami, Florida.
Isn't that interesting, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, because the whole thing feels so Floridian, right?
So most of it was shot in and around LA. The Freedom Town internment camp that was built under the freeway, that was at the I-10 and I guess, one of the interstates under downtown LA. Little Havana and El Paraiso sandwich shops were recreated in Little Tokyo in downtown LA. The chainsaw scene interior was filmed in Universal Studios lot. Many many interiors and street scenes were shot in San Fernando Valley, Beverly Hills, Studio City. There were a handful of scenes obviously shot in real Miami. You see the Miami Beach. You see the arrival. And we should mention here, folks, like I was watching this fucking movie and the whole time I was just like, oh, this is Vice City. Oh, this is Vice City. And I was like, it's kind of the opposite because Vice City stole everything, but holy shit, this is Vice City, the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a note that I included in there too. I was like, oh, this is like watching an extended GTA, scene. There's no action.
Yeah, even the music, right?
Yeah.
The Sunray Apartments, Chainsaw Hotel, various Art Deco hotels along Ocean Drive. Like that was obviously Florida, but that's all they needed for Florida to sell it. Then you had all the estates and stuff you see. Those are all in I guess Montecito, Santa Barbara County. There's historic locations you can go to. There were some other ones they shot in Key Biscayne, Florida for Frank Lopez's house. And Beverly Hills was the Porsche dealership. Okay. Now known as Bentley Beverly Hills. But yeah, I don't know. It was mainly a California production. Is that shocking?
It shouldn't be, but I guess a little bit of it is.
And then go ahead and read me that big, beautiful aspect ratio, Adam.
Big, beautiful aspect ratio is 2:39:1.
Modern scope. So, modern, you got black bars at the top and bottom. Dan's happy. Dan's been satisfied. I can come. Don't come. Release dates. December 9, 1983 was the official theatrical release. We would have seen it on a Friday, potentially. Adam, what were you doing December 9th, 1983?
I was still nestled deep within my father's groin.
Weren't born yet. Okay, neither was I. So I did not have the chance to see this. And I didn't really do much research this week, folks, so I don't have a big idea, but I do have 3 movies to talk about. You want to list those off?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and list them all off. We had other notable competition for the month of December 1983 is number 1, Terms of Endearment. Number 2, The Big Chill. And number 3, Sudden Impact.
You heard about any of these movies? I've kind of heard of The Big Chill.
I don't know. I haven't seen Sudden Impact. I hadn't seen The Big Chill. And no, I have not seen Terms of Endearment. So, Dan, to answer your question, no, not really.
No, okay. Well, Terms of Endearment is a 1983 tragic comedy. It stars Shirley MacLaine, Jack Nicholson, Danny DeVito, Jeff Daniels. I don't know anything about it, but yeah, I don't know. Check it out, folks. Big Chill is a big one, right? The Big Chill. Everyone loves The Big Chill. 1983 as well. This one was written and directed by Lawrence Kasdan. It's an American comedy drama. Ensemble cast: Tom Berenger, Glenn Close, Jeff Goldblum, William Hurt, Kevin Kline, Mary Kay Place, Meg Tilly, Jo Beth Williams. Plot focuses on a group of baby boomers who attended a university in Michigan, reuniting after 12 years when their friend Alex dies by suicide. That is a very boomer thing. Our friend committed suicide after years of living in this hellish landscape we've created. Although they had it great, I don't know. So The Big Chill, and then you got Sudden Impact. What is Sudden Impact?
So that's going to be
1983. Clint Eastwood movie.
Right there, yeah.
neo-noir action thriller. Film tells the story of a gang of an assault victim who seeks revenge on her assaulters 10 years after the attack by killing killing them one by one. Eastwood plays Inspector Callahan. Eastwood, famous for his unconventional and often brutal crime-fighting tactics, is tasked with tracking down the serial killer.
Yeah, dog. It's Dirty Harry.
Yeah, it's another Dirty Harry movie. Do you have any interest in checking any of these out? Would you have checked these out in theater? Or would you just been like, I'm going in for Scarface and that's it?
I guess maybe if I were like 18 at the time, I'd probably be like, we're going to see that new Dirty Harry movie.
He's going to kill people again. He's going to be like, do you feel lucky, punk?
Go ahead.
Do you feel lucky?
Make my day.
You don't look so bad. All right, this movie, Scarface, had a budget of up to $37 million. It had a weekend box office of maybe $4.5 million. Had a total worldwide gross of $66 million, so it kind of made its money back. It seems kind of quaint, right? It seems like a quaint budget compared to today, where you fucking all these Marvel movies cost like $100 million, $200 million and shit.
Yeah, and this is just a measly 37.
It looks great. This is one of the best looking movies I've ever seen. All right, let's talk a little bit about the cast, Adam. Al Pacino as Tony Montana. What can you say?
There's no getting around this, Dan. Like a note that I kept on putting an X by my note of how many times I was taken out of things by having. Look, I know this is Al Pacino, one of his best roles ever, and he does an amazing job. I'm not here to take away from Al Pacino at all. Not going to hear me talking shit about Dunkachino on this podcast. However, having said that, I was taken out of it a bit by an Italian man playing a Cuban immigrant. I'm sorry.
I didn't note that. Yeah.
Like
it's like,
it changes the whole vibe of the film, which I guess like it shouldn't. I don't know. It makes it slightly surreal for me because this whole time I'm just like, that guy. I mean, he's just not Cuban at all, and he's like, I'm Tony Montana, man. Like,
Tony Montana, man.
But I instead of I don't think it detracted from the movie though. I think it just adds like a whole weird element. Like, oh, this guy's a fucking weirdo. It's kind of like you ever, man. It's like this. Oh fuck! I can't. He like shit. I can't remember that musical that came out, but it was like they used the Broadway star to play in the movie, and he's like a 35-year-old man playing a teenager, and I was like, oh, this is just about some weird fucked up kid. So at times I was just like, man, Al Pacino is too much larger than life for me to where I'm like, Tony Montana is insane. Which, like I said,
and I think that's kind of the point, right? He's supposed to be larger than life. Like, the point is, like, you're not supposed to idolize this guy. It's the Fight Club thing we'll get into, but like, you're not supposed to idolize Tony Montana. He's like a monster character.
Oh, yeah, and like he makes me think of an incel, honestly. With all of his talk about,
man.
Like,
trying to sleep with my sister,
first
man.
You get the money, then you get the power, then you get the girls, and I'm like, then
you get the girls.
That is an incel's like manosphere like thing. Like, if this was made nowadays, he would have a YouTube channel on the side.
Unfortunately, Adam, I think his performance is so iconic that this movie wouldn't work without it. So, who else is going to play Scarface? Who would you have liked to see play Scarface?
No, I mean, I agree. Like, at the time, like
Stephen Bauer, the actual Cuban, his best friend in the movie.
Nah, see, and that's what we're getting at too. Is that, like, as weird as it is, it just wouldn't work otherwise. Like, Al Pacino completely immerses himself in this fucking role.
If it makes you feel any better, we'll talk about Stephen Bauer in a minute. But Manny Ray, Stephen Bauer, he basically gave Al Pacino tips on how to do the accent and everything the whole time. So at least it's maybe closer to authentic than it could have been.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those folks I'm not like there needs to be more Cuban folks in this movie.
Woke Witch? So yeah, Al Pacino. We got Michelle Pfeiffer as Elvira. Michelle Pfeiffer was cast against everyone's wishes. Producers thought she was too unknown. Pacino didn't want her. De Palma fought for her, and she became iconic. She's the whole reason I picked this movie, folks, because I watched Jeff Goldblum and her in Into the Night, the John Landis movie from 1985, the other yuppie nightmare movie, and I was like, oh man, I would love to see more Michelle Pfeiffer from this era. And this is why I picked it. This is one of her first movies. Was it her first movie?
I mean, it might have been.
No, it wasn't. No, she was in Grease 2 before this.
Oh, okay, yeah. So she's already been.
That was pointed out to me. They're like, you haven't seen Grease 2? And I was like, shit, you're right. I knew she was in Grease 2. That's what I would love to talk about Grease. Grease is such a nice movie.
Grease
That's what people want. Movie. People want Dan and Adam to talk about Grease.
They want us to talk about nice things.
Next week, Project Hail Mary. All right. Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't fucking know. She's been in a ton of fucking great shit, right? Michelle Pfeiffer was in Avengers Endgame.
She was also in Dangerous Minds. I think everybody would do well to go watch that movie.
What year is that from?
1995, and she's so attractive in that
95.
movie. Like she's so
okay. Oh, I was introduced to her through like just talking face, not staring at a screen or anything. I was introduced to Michelle Pfeiffer in the movie What Lies Beneath.
Oh,
it's called. It's like the weird psychological sex erotic horror movie. So that's how I know Michelle Pfeiffer. She's great. I love her. She was also in Ant-Man and the Wasp and Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. What else was she? Was she in like good stuff? She was in Dark Shadow. She was in Maleficent. What Lies Beneath. She was in I Am Sam, Adam. It's about Sam, played by Sean Penn, who's a neurodivergent man.
A neurodivergent
who has a daughter
man.
with a homeless woman.
Yeah, that's one way. That's one way to put it. He was neurodivergent.
I don't know. She's not been in a whole lot of movies. Crazy. I'll check out Dangerous Minds, Adam. I'll do that.
Well, and she took.
She was in Amazon Women on the Moon.
And she took like a break. I was reading from acting just because she wanted to focus like on being a mother, and so now she's just like she's just highly selective about what she takes. She made enough money. Sounds like now she can be choosier with her roles.
Dan and Adam connection. She plays, I'm going to post a picture here in the Discord right now so you can quickly check it out. But she plays in Amazon Women on the Moon. She co-stars alongside Griffin Dunne from After Hours in a scene where Griffin Dunne comes in with the baby. He's like, here's your brand new newborn baby. And he doesn't have it. He keeps trying to make it seem like he has it, but it's like a little like sock puppet and shit. And the couple just gets increasingly disturbed. They're like, where's our baby? He's like, oh, I lost your baby. But, yeah, fucking cool. Connection. Check out Amazon Women on the Moon, folks. If you listen to anything, check that out. All right, next thing. Who's next, Adam? Stephen Bauer?
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at Michelle Pfeiffer's Instagram. So Stephen Bauer, Dan, I mean, there's a little show I'm obsessed with, right? Just a little
what is that?
TV show about
Sopranos?
About people breaking in a bad way. Yeah, that's right.
He's in Breaking Bad?
Stephen Bauer plays oh my god, I just forgot his name. Don Eladio in Breaking Bad. Yeah, no, he's like the main bad cartel guy. I didn't even recognize it when like watching this movie until like I was like just looking up the cast and it was just like, oh my god, he plays Don Eladio. And he's so fucking great in that. And he's so great in this too. Like yeah, I love Stephen Bauer in this movie as Manny.
Oh yeah. He's essential, and once he goes, it's very sad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you could say that's like the downfall of the movie.
Although he fucked up that deal with the Scaravino or the fuck. Not a good guy to make deals. All right. Stephen Bauer is great. He's not the only connection to Breaking Bad on this film. You recognize that too, Adam, right? You know what I'm talking about already?
Damn it.
Hector.
Oh, okay.
Hector, look at me.
That's right. Look at me, Hector. Yeah.
Look at me, Hector. Ding, 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 ding. All right. Body Double. Stephen Bauer was in Body Double. We got to check that out. Raising Cain. Valley Girl. Running Scared. The Cube. Oh, Gleaming the Cube. The skater movie from the 80s. All right. I don't know. Stephen Bauer is great in this movie. He's like definitely one of the key players here. And then who's the next, Adam?
And coming up next, of course, is Robert Loggia. Just another example, just another casting in this film that, like, yeah, nowadays would go over like a lead balloon. People would be freaking out, like, right, why is this man playing? Even though, like, we weren't that far, Robert Loggia is Italian, but I guess like 1983, we're not that far away from, Italians being looked at as like brown, as swarthy brown people. So I guess it makes a little bit more sense thinking of them casted this way, but I love Robert Loggia.
Lost Highway.
Yeah.
Promise me you'll read your driver's manual.
He also was in The Sopranos. He was like one of the bad guys that was released from prison, like in season 2 or 3. He was in Over the Top. This Dan and I.
He was in Amazon Women on the Moon.
Yeah, that's right.
All signs lead to Amazon Women on the Moon, folks.
I mean, Robert Loggia's just been an actor. I mean, from 1956 up until him passing, the guy was a beast.
He was the son of the beast. He had the mark of the beast, I think. Happy Easter, folks. Then we got Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. She plays Tony's sister, Gina. She's been in The Abyss, is the big one. She was also in The King of Comedy, Adam. Who did she play in The King of Comedy?
Who did she play in The King of Comedy? Indeed. Damn, I don't... Who was she? You tell me.
Well, it tells me here in my little black book that she played something very small because she's still not popping up. Holy shit. This is killing the podcast. She's a crowd extra, Adam.
Nice. Well, I see, and she was also in The Color of Money. I believe she plays Maid Marian in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, but now I'm like, no, maybe not.
It seems like she had her second wind really in the 90s, right? 'Cause she did like The Abyss. She did like this Robin Hood movie with Kevin Costner. She did The Perfect Storm, Consenting Adults. Like, these are all very 90s movies, so... Haven't seen her in much. I remember The Abyss. The Abyss is kind of great, like the James Cameron movie. Have you seen The Abyss?
As about as many times as I'd seen Scarface prior to this, so no.
She's great in this movie. I especially love the scene at the end, obviously, when she comes in. She's like, "You want to fuck me, Tony? Fuck me while you still got the chance." Shooting him like shit. It's like, "You don't want no one else to touch me?" It's like, oh my God. It's like, it's almost Blue Velvet-esque. Speaking again, he was in Lost Highway, Robert Loggia. Shout out. Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio wasn't, though. Who's F. Murray Abraham, Adam? Do you recognize him? The guy who got hung from the fucking helicopter?
I mean, yeah, that's a face that he plays Omar. And that's a face I think that you recognize, right? Like, just, he's one of those actors where it's just like, yeah, that guy. Like, you may not know, you may not be like, oh, I know all about who this guy is, but.
Well, everyone's cool and they're like, oh, yeah, F. Murray Abraham from the classic movie Amadeus, which I've never seen. I'm like, I don't know. But I do recognize him from 13 Ghosts. He's like the original owner of the house or whatever in 13 Ghosts.
Yeah.
I think he's the 13th ghost. No.
He's also in Last Action Hero.
Yeah. He's been in a bunch of Wes Anderson movies. Got Grand Budapest Hotel, The Phoenician. He was in Inside Llewyn Davis, one of our faves from Coen's, the Coen brothers. There's a lot of people in this fucking movie, man. I'm almost done. I'm not even going to cover the rest of these people. Fuck the rest of these people. They're great, though. Check them out.
Sheffield and Associates, how can I help you?
Yeah, I want to talk to George.
May I ask who's inquiring?
Why don't you tell him Tony Montana would like to have a word with him? Hello? You there?
Of course, Mr. Montana. Mr. Sheffield is interested to speak with you as well.
Okay. You wanna let me in, or is this how we're gonna do business now? Do the hole in the wall?
Mr. Sheffield is having a business lunch at the Babylon Club at the moment. I can tell him that you wish to speak with him.
That's okay.
Let's just get into a broad discussion here, Adam. What do you think about Scarface?
I just thought this movie was based. Can I just say that? Like watching this movie the whole time. Yeah, there we go. The whole time I've seen, like, like I said, I'd never seen this movie before. Very aware of this movie. Very aware of the cover of this movie. I think everyone has seen this. That black and white Al Pacino standing there.
Which I believe that was shot as a promo image before they had even shot anything in the film. They really just had a concept. They took a photo of him in a white suit, and they're like, this is what we're going to sell it on. And it became iconic, and it became the image. But yeah, that's before the movie was even really in production.
And I just want to say, don't fuck me, Dan. Don't you ever try to fuck me.
Don't fuck me. Is this the first time that was ever used? Is that why that's like a common trope you see?
I think so. I mean, I don't know if I want to get into it now. Yeah, we'll get into it later. But just remind me, what did I think of this movie? I thought this movie was fucking awesome. I could see why it became such a cult classic. I don't necessarily understand how it became like a I want to be Scarface, other than he got rich, because he also, I mean, rightly gets called boring by his wife, like later on, in which they are clearly living in like a sexless marriage. She's like, you're boring, and all he ever talks about is money. But yeah, I thought this movie was funny. There was like a lot of funny shit in it. Every time they talked about Castro or communism, I was like chuckling to myself. And I mean, I gave this movie a heart. For sure, I would watch this again. I wanted to watch this again. I watched it. I was like, oh, my wife could watch this. Like, there's only that one chainsaw scene, and the camera cuts away from it, so you don't see anything happening. But all the fucking music, the music in this was amazing. All the actors in this were on point. Dan, what did you think of Scarface?
I'm glad you asked me, Adam. What did I think about Scarface? Well, I watched it last night, yesterday afternoon, for the first time ever, all 3 hours in one sitting. I like how there was a really nice break in the middle for an intermission. Right after he kills Robert Loggia, spoilers, you have a really good break right before the push it to the limit montage, where you just have an intermission. I miss when movies were built like that. I miss when movies were movies. And folks, that's what I felt watching this. I was like, damn, this isn't like the lineage of like RoboCop. This is a movie you could rewatch over and over and over again. Hell, I did the Donald Trump this morning because I was like, I just want to rewatch some scenes from the movie, get me caught up on the main scenes. So I ended up just going main scene to main scene, skipping through it. And that's what Donald Trump's known for, is he watches like these dumb 80s action movies starring, what's his name? Jean-Claude Van Damme. And he'll fast forward through the dialogue to get the action scenes. And that's what I did this morning. This is a classic movie, Adam. This is a 5-star film, if I've seen one. I am not shocked. I'm not surprised that I really liked it. But it is really long. That's the only really caveat I have, is it's really long. But I think it's worth it. It's like watching Malcolm X or some shit, like a really big, epic movie. I love this movie, Adam. I was not shocked that I loved it. I'd put it off for a very long time. There are a lot of things in this movie I like. I like that Tony Montana, again, is his very satirical take on the American dream, excess, reaching the top, pushing it to the limit, and what that looks like. And at the end of the movie, when we have the finale, we'll talk more details about the movie, but at the finale, one of the things that struck me was Tony's shooting all these guys, and you have this endless because one note I made is when that finale kicks off, like his sister dies, and then you have the music kick in. It's like do 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 do. I was like, okay, so this tells the audience that the movie has become a video game.
Do you know how hard it's been to get any good coke around here?
And so now he's running around. He's like pulling out. He's like, oh, you want to fuck with me? And he shoots like, I didn't expect, by the way, when he did the say hello to my little friend, I didn't expect that to be an explosive fucking detonation that shoots off the front of the gun. I was not expecting that. So he blows the doors off. And I remember thinking as these endless hordes of NPCs come in trying to shoot him, I was like, that classic thing you hear in like leftist spaces where he's like, we only have to get, they have to get lucky every time. We just have to get lucky once. And I was like, this guy's fucked.
Yeah.
Like you're done already, bud. But I really enjoyed this movie a lot. And it's not, what you think it is, because it has been taken over by the manosphere people. It has been taken over by actors that watch Fight Club and are like, Tyler Durden's the best. Because as you watch this movie, I asked the question, are we supposed to like be rooting for Tony? And even at the end, I was like, who gives a shit? This guy sucks. But I don't know. Yeah.
I think that's really
What do you think about the themes of this movie?
Well, I think I think that right there is a good segue into talking about the themes, because I definitely don't think one of the themes is like, look at this hero, look at this brave hero fighting against against a corrupt world. Instead, we're watching, we're watching this guy find the American dream. And I think that the biggest theme about it is how the American dream is bloody. It takes blood in order to get it. And then you're probably not even, and if that's how you are obtaining this dream, it's not going to last long, because eventually you're going to have too many bad guys coming up to kill you. Too many people trying to take what's yours. I think I alluded earlier. What do you think about my little humorous little poke of saying that Tony reminds me of an incel? I mean, even like his weird protection over his little sister, his insane protection over his little sister, or like, the music, like his just completely losing touch with reality when he sees somebody dancing with his younger sister.
Yeah, I made the comment that the movie turns into Cruising when that happens. They just focus on his eyes. It turns into like a Lucio Fulci movie. What do I think about people calling him an comparison to an incel? The incel culture took over this movie. They idolize him. This was made as a satire. Stone is clearly writing like some tragedy about like the American dream. Pacino is playing this like obviously larger than life monster character. But yeah, they all turned him into like a role model, lifestyle brand. It's like American Psycho and Fight Club. They embrace him.
Yeah.
It's just a misunderstanding, right? I don't know. Obviously, people misunderstand movies. They don't think about them longer than they watch them,
That's a good way to put it, yeah. Because, like, a lot of folks watching a movie will just be like, well, he's the main character. So, like, I naturally am, I'm on his side. And
yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to be rooting for Tony's downfall in this movie. Like, you want to see
Walter White?
Yeah, Walter White. Like, you want to see him make it, but at the same time, you're not like you said, like, who gives a shit that he gets blasted with a shotgun? You're like, yeah, kind of saw that coming. Like,
yeah, by the T-1000.
Yeah. You always know that if there's hitmen coming after you and one of them's just walking, that's something you got to look out for.
Do you wish you hadn't known the end of the movie before you watched it?
Yeah, watching this, I was like, damn, like it's such a cool, I wish I hadn't seen that quote, hadn't seen that image 1,000 times. It is funny. Like this movie, like the ending of this movie is a big part of Breaking Bad in one of its episodes. And now knowing like the connection from that movie to the character or the actors in that show, it's fun to think. But ostensibly that's where a lot of people would have seen, that's just one of the many avenues that people would have seen the ending of this movie. But how cool. Like I watched a bunch of it's funny, they were called outtakes. I was like, outtakes of what? But it was just different times of him, of Al Pacino saying, say hello to my little friend.
Oh, really? That's cool.
And it's
we should mention Hector's Mark Margolis, the other Breaking Bad connection, also in Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Some other things we can get into about this movie are, I guess, the cultural afterlife. You know, no film has been more absorbed into hip hop culture more than Scarface. It became a symbol of ambition, outlaw mythology, hustler aesthetics. You know, rappers who have referenced Scarface are endless, but we got Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Tupac, Raekwon, Rick Ross, Scarface. Scarface, I could be wrong, but I think he's on not Bandana. Fuck. What is it? What is Mad Gibb's first album called? What the fuck? Pinata. The rapper literally named himself after Tony Montana. The posters became a rite of passage in dorm rooms, trap houses, recording studios. Tony Montana became the patron saint of started from nothing mythology. And that's really the main like thing, right? People are like, oh, I started from nothing. I'm like Scarface up in this bitch. You know, you watch Spring Breakers, right? And James Franco's character in that movie is like probably has watched. Doesn't he have Scarface on repeat?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah,
something like that. So, yeah. But then you have you heard about the video game, right, Adam? The Scarface video game.
Yeah, and I've seen bits of it. It looks completely insane. Like, just play. If you really want to play Scarface, the video game, just play any of the Grand Theft Autos. But especially, right, some
GTA Vice City.
Vice City.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I thought you were dead.
I wish we had some clips from the World Is Yours, Scarface.
This is my town, my world, George, and nobody's going to take it away from me.
But it is a GTA Vice City style sequel where Tony survives the mansion shootout. Did you know that, Adam? It's a sequel.
Oh, I didn't know it was a sequel.
Yeah. It opens with like a first person shooter thing, and you survive the mansion shootout, and you're like, fuck! And they steal everything from you, and you start out with 0 money, 0 respect, and 0 balls.
Oh, no.
It's insane, violent, deeply stupid, and obsessed with balls. Check it out, folks. Maybe we could do that someday. We should do like a live stream where we play Scarface, the video game. The fashion and aesthetic legacy. Tony Montana's look became a template. The suits, the open collars, the gold chains, the mirrored sunglasses, the Miami cocaine baron aesthetic. Every nightclub in the 2000s looked like Tony Montana's office. I love the set decoration in this movie. Apparently, a lot of the places they shot at actually just look like that, which is nuts. Like Tony Montana's office, for the most part, just looked like that where they were shooting it. Have you seen Miami Vice?
I haven't. The TV show or the movie? No, I haven't seen either.
Yeah. I was talking about the TV show, but I was thinking about the cultural aspect of this movie. Like, no one at any point was like, yeah, this is the most 80s movie imaginable. Make sure it's 80s. 80s the shit up. But it's like they didn't even know they were living in the 80s, really, right?
Yeah,
we barely know we're living in the 2020s yet.
Yeah.
It's shaping up. I don't know. Let's think about that. And yeah, this is a meme. It's a grind set, Sigma male kind of thing like you were talking about. People say hello to my little friend without have ever seen this movie ever at all.
Say hello to my little friend.
So I guess I don't want to go through the whole plot or anything, but what are some of your favorite scenes? Pick out some of your favorite scenes. Let's talk about them.
Obviously, I love the scene where Frankfurt sees Michelle Pfeiffer, and like she just and she's just like, "You want to dance?" To Frank Loggia, and he's like, I don't want to dance. I don't got the time to dance. I'm Frank Loggia. And then like Tony gets out there and he just looks so funny. Like, I don't know. He just looks so, I don't know. This is like watching one of like older movies where they're like, what am I even trying to say? Like, there's no hiding the fact that they're dancing. I feel like a lot of like movies do that thing where like they film it from a way where you can't see how bad they are at dancing. And she's pretty good at it. I mean, Michelle Pfeiffer's really rocking that like late 70s, early 80s style of dance. And I don't know, I thought that was a lot of fun. I think, but I know what scene you want to talk about, Dan. I mean,
What's that?
If it's a Brian De Palma film, we're wanting to see some power tools. Am I right?
I am thinking about that scene, obviously. I love the scene with the chainsaw. I love how it escalates so quickly. Because they're going in there to like basically buy cocaine with a bunch of money that they got from Omar, whatever the fuck his name is. Guy with the big round nose. And they're like, all right, let's get into coke. Because I love that he's like, fuck that. We don't need 80 billion pounds of weed. We want to get into that coke game. Make real money. So they go over and they're like, it's immediately just like obviously fucked up. And he's like, we don't have the coke here. He's like, well, I don't got the money either. And then they fucking chainsaw his friend. And I thought that was interesting. I think this is the scene they had issues with the MPAA over. But if you watch it, all the actual visual, other than like blood spraying, is all in your head. They're making you imagine the carnage.
Yeah.
Now with the chainsaw, I heard that they mixed in like animals screaming, like subtly into the mix. So when you hear the chainsaw going, you're also hearing like animals screaming and shit, which makes it more uncomfortable.
Yeah, it stands out. Again, this film has so many. This film's so good. So good.
Did you think Tony was going to die right there?
I really did. I was like, man, who's this? Is this how he becomes Scarface? No.
I did love, because in GTA Vice City, there is like an Easter egg where you go into like a hotel room and there's a chainsaw pickup. And it's based on this scene. There's like blood on the wall or whatever.
Nice.
It's like,
that's awesome.
Sick. So I was expecting this one, but I loved it. I mean, great scene. Holy shit. They just chainsaw his friend's arm off, his leg off, whatever. He's dead, bleeds to death. And he's like, all right, your turn, bud. And I love how they have him chained by the neck. It's a very cool visual. We're just like, oh, he's all choked up. And they're just chainsawing his friend up. I loved it. I don't know. What's another scene? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I love how Manny is just like chilling outside talking to some girl.
Yeah, he's like feeling her up. And she's like, no, I'm not having this. She leaves. He's like, fuck. All right, I guess we go inside now. Luckily they did. Otherwise, he'd be dead.
Mm-hmm. Hey, who'd you call it little, man? I kick your ass all over the dance floor, okay?
And then, I also love the Elvira stuff. I mean, I love Robert Loggia, and it is sad when he gets murdered. That's another standout scene is when, after Tony gets the hit at the club, and they shoot the weird surreal Baroque show they're watching with like the weird mime guy in the big mask. He gets shot, and then Tony survives, and he's like, all right, we got to kill Robert Loggia. And he goes over there. He's like, I'm just paranoid, man. And he has Manny kill him. It's so sad. Robert Loggia just begging for his life. He's like, I don't want to die. I'll leave right now. You'll never see me again. I'll give you $10 million.
Yeah, and then he's just like, Manny, kill this piece of shit.
And even before that, I guess you have the scene where the one guy, they're like, yeah, we're gonna fly you back. You go talk to Frank. Come back here, and we're gonna keep your friend here. So Scarface, Al Pacino stays. What is Scarface's name? And Tony Montana stays with him. So's at the place, and they just hang this guy off of the helicopter, the chopper. That was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
One of my friends made a note. Was like, wouldn't his head come off with all that force? What do you think, Adam?
I don't know if his head would come off. I mean, his neck would snap. His neck would break for sure.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, the neck's pretty. It's got a lot of muscle, right? You got to hold up to a lot.
And it's at
some
this
people
point,
hang themselves.
And it's at this point I want to bring up, Dan, have you seen the episode of South Park where KFC is banned in all of Colorado? Have you seen that one?
No.
Having seen that, so yeah, like this movie being such a part of the culture. So yeah, there's a South Park episode, season 14, episode 3, where they do
I think I remember it though a little bit. Actually, now
they do a complete parody of this whole storyline or this whole movie, where Cartman is Tony and he's getting involved in the underground KFC trade, and they recreate this scene exactly when he meets Colonel Sanders, and he's like, so and so. He's like, "Whoa, where'd Clyde go?" And he's like, "So and so, Clyde was an informant for Jamie Oliver." and he hands him a pair of fucking binoculars, and like they have him up in the helicopter, and they do it like shot for shot. Like they point, the guy holding Clyde or whoever it is, he like points at Cartman, and they shove him out of the airplane, and he's all hanged and shit. And Colonel Sanders even turns to Cartman, and he's like, I only have one thing to say to you. Don't fuck me, Eric. Don't you ever try to fuck me. When I had seen that originally, I had no idea that was Scarface. So then I'm watching Scarface, and like, yeah, the steam was taken out of those scenes a little bit, because I was like, yeah, South Park.
That's all gonna change. You work for me? We take this town by the balls.
Now I'm thinking I watched this with you, because now I'm visually like viscerally remembering a scene where Cartman cuts open a gravy bag, and he's like, test it.
Oh yeah.
He's like, it's not good.
He's like, you cut this with Boston Market gravy. It's also the episode where Stan gets like giant balls, so he cancer in his balls, so he can go and buy weed.
Okay, so I've definitely seen this episode. We've talked about that on the podcast. Yeah, so all that's great. I don't know. I love the push it to the limit scene. So all this stuff I really went to is like that. I went to the scene where, well, I guess I don't know. I guess I just went really to the end after a certain point. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Did you think the movie got boring in the third act? Maybe second act, somewhere around there in the middle.
I don't know, because you have that like. Maybe it slows down a little bit. Like you have that sting operation where federal agents Tony's gonna go to prison because they got him on tape, like with the money and everything like that. And then I do like that scene, like the dinner scene, because Sosa is like, if you assassinate this guy before he speaks to the UN, then like I'm gonna help you out of prison. But he doesn't.
So that's what he doesn't, because he didn't want to kill kids, right? There's kids in the car with him. They planted this bomb on.
Yeah.
So they're following this car, and he shoots Mark Margolis Hector. Just shoots him in the head. He's like, "Fuck you, man! Fuck you, man!
You
Look what happened! You're fucking dead!" And I don't know. Do you think he's like a monster? Do you think that like outs him? Do you think he's not as bad as? I don't know. I think he's still a monster. It's a weird line to draw where he's like, "I won't do kids and women, men. Come on, man."
Yeah, that's like a weird. I mean, part of me thinks that that's just stuff you make up for a movie to like lessen the blow a bit of Tony's character, where it's like, look, he's a bad guy, but he won't kill women and children.
Right, but he has to do this, right? Otherwise, their entire operation's fucked. They bring him over and they're like, look at this. He's naming us by name. They're saying we're fucking coke dealers on live TV in several countries. And he fucks up, right? And then that's what happens, right? They put a hit out on him.
Yeah. And so that's why he like, and like I felt bad, didn't you? Like his little guards, his little whatever you call them, they all get taken out one by one by the invading goon squad.
Oh, even the guy from earlier where he's like, he kills Robert Loggia and everyone, and he's like, what about this guy? He's like, you want a job, man?
Oh yeah.
Even that guy?
Yeah, I think that guy gets killed too.
Sad. Yeah, I don't know. I love this movie. What can you say about the actual plot of it? I knew every beat that was coming. It's a great movie. 3 hours. It didn't feel that long, right?
Right. Yeah. No. For being a 3-hour movie, I was in it the whole time. Like I was probably even had that feeling a little bit of disappointment when it was over. I was like, oh, I could have kept watching that movie forever.
Yeah, it does end really abruptly too, right? He gets shot, he falls into the pool of water, you see the globe, the world is yours, and you have the T-1000 guy just walking down the stairs, and it's like, this movie is dedicated to Howard Hawks and someone else. And it's like, all right, that's it. Let's get into some trivia before we head out here, Adam. We're in the trivia section here. We're going to go one by one. Filming was originally planned entirely in Miami, but the Cuban community objected to the script's portrayal of Cubans as criminals, so most of the film was shot in Los Angeles. That's something we didn't necessarily bring up, but Miami did not like that this movie was made. They were like pissed. They're like, this is really bad for tourism. Because at the time, they did have, like, we didn't talk about the history even, but like, these people were like were shipped in from Cuba. They're like political exiles, right? These are the people that hated communism and left and came to the United States in the 80s, and there were like 100,000 of them.
Mm. Yeah, and I mean, it was such a huge. I love like the real life, Tony Montana in the police station, and he's like, he's like, Jimmy Carter, I want to talk to Jimmy Carter. And like, yeah, it was a big deal for the Carter administration, and their response to, well, and also like, yeah, it was a agreement, right? With the,
yeah, it was the 1980 Mariel boat lift. It was a real historical event where they took a bunch of, basically Castro opened just let people leave. He was like, we'll let all these people go. And this probably was part of a deal. I did love that Jimmy Carter, the little portrait behind them in that scene. Classic film thing where you put the president's picture in a tiny frame in the background, just looking over everything. It's interesting to have Jimmy Carter there because usually you have Reagan or someone, and it's like, well, it makes sense. It's a Reagan era movie, but Jimmy Carter, yeah. I guess the reality is most of them were ordinary working class Cubans. They weren't like hardened criminals, but that was like the media spin is like, oh, they're bringing all these criminals over. Look at this movie, Scarface. Freedom Town wasn't like a real place, but there were like a lot of processing centers, which I watched the movie. I was like, are these fucking concentration camps? Basically. What's the next one, Adam?
Sidney Lumet was originally hired to direct. He left because he wanted a more political film and felt the script was too violent.
It's interesting. Do you think Brian De Palma brings the politics or just the style? You think it's like Oliver Stone brings the politics and Brian De Palma is just bringing the style and direction?
I mean, that's what it feels like, right? Like, yeah.
I don't think De Palma's ever been like an explicitly political director, right? I don't feel that in his films. He does do like weird social stuff and he likes punishing people, but I don't know. Oliver Stone wrote the script in Paris. He literally fled the U.S. so he wouldn't relapse while writing the movie about cocaine. He was addicted to cocaine while he was writing this. He was like, I gotta quit. Let me write Scarface.
Let's see. The chainsaw scene is based on a real DEA case. Stone researched actual Miami drug wars. The violence was even worse in real life.
The mansion shootout used over 1,000 squibs. Pacino insisted on doing most of his own stunts, which is why he got injured.
Steven Spielberg directed One Shot. He visited the set and helped De Palma block the part of the final shootout. That is really neat to know. I did not know that.
Yeah, One Shot. It's random. I don't know where. But he did, I guess. He helped set one up. The film's profanity count was record-breaking. There's over 200 uses of the F word, which was shocking in 1983. And I made the note. I was like, I didn't even notice. I use the F word a lot, man. I don't even notice when other people use it.
Yeah, it's not this. Yeah, we're in a new world now. The film was a VHS phenomenon. It bombed with critics, but became one of the most rented tapes of the 80s and 90s. And
it's a common trope. Yeah.
Which is just crazy to think about, like critics seeing this movie and being like, this is too violent. I'm like, what were critics at this time?
Right. We don't have that anymore, Adam, right? Like things die in the theater. That's it. You used to have a whole second life. There's a whole Matt Damon video about this where he talked about DVD sales and stuff. Like movies used to have a second life and used to have a chance to, like, that's why this movie didn't make that much. It made $66 million in the box office, but how much did it make in VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K sales? Probably a decent chunk at this point. We don't get that anymore. It's kind of sad. Tony Montana's accent is based on a real gangster. Pacino studied a Cuban criminal named Rinaldo, who served as a consultant, as well as obviously his co-star, Manny.
I don't remember the tiger scene, but apparently it was improvised.
You don't remember the tiger scene?
No, I was like looking it up too, trying to I was like, show me something, just show me a picture.
It was after the push it to the limit scene. I think that's how that concludes. I could be wrong, but they walk over to the back of the house, like the backyard, and there's just a tiger chained up to a tree, and they all start walking towards it, and the tiger's just like growling and screaming at them. Check it out, folks. He also has I think they had like white tiger interior fur print in the car, which was sick. all the style decisions in the movie are so sick. And I love how Michelle Pfeiffer's like, I'm not getting in that thing. And I was like, I would love to get in that thing. That looks awesome.
Right? Like that car was sick.
But yeah, the tiger scene was improvised. Tiger was real. Actors were terrified. Insurance was furious. And that's really, really it. I feel like we've talked a lot about Scar. What can you say about Scarface? We really enjoyed it here on the show, and we think our audience would really enjoy it as well as a piece of auteur cinema. Adam, do you have any parting words about Scarface? Any recommendations?
I mean, recommendations for a movie after seeing a movie like this, obviously I'm going to be like, go watch The Godfather. It's another quintessential gangster movie. I think this movie is a little bit more interesting though. Like it's less about, it's for one, it's not about Italian gangsters, and that right there sets it apart. And because it's more about South America, that's why I would be like, also watch Blow. Have you seen Blow with Johnny Depp, Dan?
No. Well, I would recommend, you have two trains of thought. If you're watching Scarface, you're either watching it for the excess and the satire, the violence, or you're watching it maybe for the political messaging and, the biographical element. So two different recommendations. If you're looking for just the schlock and the violence, the squibs, the blood, the gore, go check out RoboCop. If you're looking for a maybe more political film, more Oliver Stone, more thoughtful, based on a real person, also biographical, rise, fall kind of deal, Malcolm X. Go check out Malcolm X, another 3-hour movie. So that's my recommendations. I loved it, 5 stars. Scarface is amazing. I will be rewatching it. I wish I had more time in my life to do stuff like that. And that's it. Adam, what are we watching next week?
It feels like the choice should be yours. But alas, the choice is mine. And I want to watch another movie that I haven't, it's one of those ones where I've heard about a lot, haven't seen it. So yeah, strap on your feed bags, you little piggies, because next week we're going to watch the 2000 crime thriller, Memento.
What year is that from? Is it 2000?
Year 2000.
What made you pick this one, man? Just because we mentioned it on the Jesus of the Christ episode?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of that, and also like I was just looking through our list of movies, and it popped out as one that I love the director. I love the director of Oppenheimer and
Chris Nolan.
Yeah, Chris Nolan.
I love Chris Nolan,
and it's just like one of those like Scarface. Like always was there. It's been there in the background of my life for a long time, and I've never seen it. So yeah. And what else to use this podcast for? Other than just to see movies I want to see.
Yeah, and we'll actually do some better prep work next week. Sorry, folks. It's been busy.
Yeah, our prep work was amazing.
we didn't do all of that on the fly at all. All right. Chris, I have a fractured relationship with Chris Nolan because I have hated him for a while. I saw Interstellar in theaters, and I was so excited, and I was so disappointed by it, and I still don't like it. But, he's made good movies. I respect him. He's like one of the people that comes out, and he'll be like, I love The Curse. I'm going to do a panel with the directors of The Curse and the Stars. He's like, I really love this show. I'm like, he gets it. Chris Nolan gets it. But his movies don't always work. And The Odyssey, I'm very skeptical on. But I did love Oppenheimer. So I don't know. I'm excited to check out Memento, Adam. I've never seen it either. That's it, folks. That's the show. Do you have any kind words, any parting thoughts for our lovely listeners that stuck with us for 2 hours?
Look, first you get the podcast. Then you get the reviews, and then you get the cat girls.
Oh, that's right. Shit. I'm going to cut this in somewhere. Rate the podcast on Apple or Spotify. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Share with a friend. Send it to your family. Hit the like button on YouTube. Subscribe. Drop a line. Leave a comment. Slam that notification bell. Join the Discord. Hang out in the chat with us. Follow Dan's Night Out on Instagram. Follow Dan and Adam Are Afraid on Instagram. And check out our other links in our description. Dan and Adam rely on the kindness of listeners like you, taking the time out of your day to make a difference. And our bargain remains. If you leave a review, we will read it live on the show, live on air. Thank you. I guess we should mention here, Adam, we've been getting some YouTube comments. You haven't seen those, right?
No.
We got some YouTube comments. I'll just shout them out. Coma Babe, whoever you are, Coma Babe, has been commenting on a few of our videos saying, yeah, let's go, awesome, on stuff like Baby Invasion, Eraserhead, and now most recently Passion of the Christ. Said, yeah, let's go, 16 hours ago. Thank you, Coma Babe. We appreciate the interaction. We also got a comment from one of our friends that I know. Check out, God, I have to pull this up. Check out FMVEFFEMVEE. One of my friends who does some gaming videos, pretty fun, commented and said, this is on our After Hours review. This movie took me an embarrassingly long time to get to. I think it was a 2025 first time watch for me. But what a film. It might be my favorite Scorsese. Man after my own heart. Thank you, Ricky. And that's it. That's our show. Thanks for joining us, folks. Have a good night. Need you to say bye or something, man.
Bye or something, man.
Jazz aliens? Yo, we from the planet Jazz. We're here to take over your honky asses, including you, host of the show.
Jazz alien Quano Mano invented the Big Five sound.
Yo, we're taking you to hell. You could be in hell, bitch.
White monkey. No.